Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you and tell you how to remove a tree stump without a stump grinder. This will be a fairly easy tutorial, so let's get right into the video. As you can see right here, I have this tree stump and I'm going to use some regular tools that you probably have in your garage to remove it. The first thing that I do is I dig a hole all around the circumference of the tree stump. So I'm just using a shovel, a regular shovel. It's actually an old worn out shovel to dig a hole around the tree stump. Now, the bigger the hole, the better. But obviously, the bigger hole that you dig, the more grass and soil that you're going to have to backfill and repair. So keep that in mind. But you can see I've dug quite a big hole around the tree stump. Now, once you've finished digging a hole, you're going to see the roots of the tree stump exposed. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut the roots that you can see. And the vast majority of the roots that the tree stump has will be shown as soon as you dig that hole. But the strongest roots are actually underneath the stump. So even after you've cut these roots loose, it's probably going to still be pretty sturdily in place, okay? So if you take a look right here, I'm just using a regular hand saw, but obviously if you have some sort of like reciprocating saw, it'll be a lot easier. And I actually have one the next day. I did this over the course of a few days. So I'm using a mattock here, and I'm just using the mattock to sort of chisel away and chip away at some of the roots, just because using the hand saw was quite tedious. So I'm using this fairly heavy mattock, and it does a great job at breaking those roots free. So you kind of have to use whatever tools that you have. You can do this with, only a shovel and a hand saw if you wanted to, but it will be a lot harder, okay? So if you take a look over here, this is the end of about 5 hours worth of work. I've cut out all of the stumps, all of the roots around the tree stump, but there's that one little root underneath. I should say one big root underneath. So I finished it for the day. As you can see, my hands were quite dirty. I had to go actually visit my parents. So I finished for the day and I borrowed my dad's reciprocating saw. The next day, I came back with the reciprocating saw. This is first thing in the morning, so it's quite cold. That's why I have my jacket on now. And I just got down there, laid down on the floor, and I just used the reciprocating saw. I call it a sawzall. And I just started to cut away at the root underneath. And once I cut that root, I thought that I was done, okay, which you'll see in a moment, but there were actually quite a few smaller roots that I had to hack away at as well. So I was just really kind of using my logical sense right at this point. There's one last root here that I cut free, and this is actually a super, super thick root. So now you can see the tree stump is wobbling back and forth, and I'm just using my strength. I'm just really getting my hands, getting ready to just rip it out of the ground. Okay, I'm pulling a Superman over here, and I'm just trying to rip it out. So you can see it takes a lot of force. It's one fairly small root underneath, but it does take a lot of force. I just really like using all my strength here, and I wish you could hear it. I think I muted this part, but I pulled it out, doing a little flex for the camera there because I'm really excited. It takes quite a while to take these out. And then comes the hardest part, I would say, the second hardest part, which is actually removing it from the ground. So this tree stump doesn't look that big, but it is really heavy because there's so much weight to it on the bottom. So I really just got all my strength and I just tried to just lift it out of there. And once it's out of the ground, I can chop it up into smaller pieces. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, that's it. That is how to remove a tree stump without a stump grinder using regular tools. Yeah, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.